If you've ever experienced an itchy vulva, then you're definitely not alone. Let no one tell you that you're not clean, that you're not practicing good personal hygiene. It's very common for up to even about 8 out of 10 women to experience an itchy vulva in their lifetime. What's up, guys? Welcome to Let's Learn with Grace. My name is Grace Ezekiel. I'm a registered nurse. So in this video, we're going to be talking about itchy vulva, and we'll be telling you about why you're itching, what are the causes of you itching, and how you can prevent this itching, and why you need medical attention. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy this video. So why is your vulva itching? You know that your vulva comes into contact with different kinds of fluids, with different kind of feces, of maybe urine, of maybe menstrual period. So it comes into contact with a lot of things. Just imagine yourself putting on a pad maybe a whole day, and putting on a tampon or anything that will come into contact with the vulva. It makes it very, very itchy, and it can also happen to those people about when you're practicing your personal hygiene, like maybe shaving, for those people who maybe wax, for those people who have bubble baths, so perfume, maybe spraying or doing a lot of things. You can imagine how the vulva comes into contact with a lot of things, and all these things that come into contact can irritate the skin around the vulva, making them feel very, very itchy at some point in your life. So what are the main causes of vulva itching? So there are a lot of causes. There are many causes that can cause vulval itching, and I'll just be letting you know of a few main causes which are very, very common. So the main cause of vulval itching is contact dermatitis. So if the skin around the vulva comes into contact with something that irritates, like let's say like maybe soaps, like maybe perfumes, like whatever you like, maybe waxing or maybe you're shaving. So it comes into contact with a lot of things. Maybe if you're wearing a menstrual pad, so it comes into contact with a lot of things. And these are the things that in most cases cause the itchiness onto your vulva, because when they irritate the area around the vulva, it will definitely cause inflammation. And if it's inflamed, then you'll have this urge to itch. And if you try to itch it, the more you itch, the nerves within that area, they come into prominent, and you find yourself very, very itchy. So you can just imagine yourself, like you find yourself like you're in a public space, you have this urge to itch. So what are you going to do? Are you going to like try and hope and pray that it disappears? Are you just going to like try and move your legs in a way that it will help you clear the itchiness? Or are you just going to put your hands there and scratch yourself? What are you going to do, guys? So please make sure that you comment that in this video in the comment section. So another cause is STI. So if there are various kind of STI, like if you have watched my various videos, I've talked about different kind of STIs. The most types that cause this vulval itching is genital herpes. It feels so itchy. The area becomes a bit red with some little bit of rashes. So if you've got genital herpes, then definitely you're going to feel itch. So another cause is scabies. If you've got scabies, definitely, you know, scabies cause a lot of itchiness. And there are those, if you've got pubis lice, so there are those people who have even lice in their pubic areas. So those small insects, they like try to enter into your vulva, and not like inside, just around the skin of the vulva. They embed there, they lay their eggs there, and when there are lots of them, then they're going to be causing this itchiness around there. Don't worry, it's very treatable. There are various kinds of creams or various kinds of tablets that you can take that will help clear those kind of lices in your pubic area. So another thing is yeast infection. So yeast infection is another second most common cause of vulvar itchiness. So in most cases, if you have already I've talked about yeast infection in my other videos. So it's basically caused on the changes on the pH around the vagina. So if you got this yeast infection, you know that our body, our vulva, our vagina area has got this very healthy bacteria that we have there, and it's also got this yeast. So when we got to a chance that this bacteria is diminished and it doesn't compete space with this yeast, then this yeast will get a chance to grow. And when it grows so much, so when you have this yeast infection, you'll have very signs of itchiness and around the vulva, and you can feel even the itchiness up until your vaginal area. You can feel up to the labia and inside maybe around the clitoris. Some also feel up to inside the vagina. So this is another second most cause of vulvar itching. So the vulvar itching is also known as pruritus vulvar. you get to find yourself itching so much. So another cause is ingrown hair. So depending on how you maintain your personal hygiene, depending on how you shave, maybe you wax or do it, and depending on how you remove the hair that grows around the pubic area, you might develop an ingrown hair. And you know that if you develop this ingrown hair, there's a possibility that you might have infection into the developed ingrown hair. It might come out with a pus or something. So in that area of inflammation and everything, you might find yourself very, very itchy around that area. So I would advise that you get to find the best way of which you're going to remove the hair around the pubis so that it doesn't develop ingrown hair. But there are those people who just develop ingrown hair without any even waxing or maybe even shaving that area. So if you are very prone to this, I would advise you to seek medical advice, and the doctors are going to advise you further. So another thing is psoriasis. So psoriasis is basically a skin condition where you get to have a small your skin becomes a bit dry and it causes like a lot of pimples around it. So it's a condition that causes very, very itchy. It's very, very itchy. But the good thing is that the doctors can give you some medication, maybe creams, maybe tablets that will help with this itchiness. Another thing is hormones. So in such case that you have hormonal imbalances, and in these cases it can happen during pregnancy or maybe if you're breastfeeding. So in these cases you might find that the hormones within your body, like maybe the estrogen, progesterone, when some of it gone up and down, just the imbalancing of it, maybe when it goes up another one goes down, then you might find that when you develop this itchy feeling because of the changes of your vaginal discharge and so on. Another thing is other medication. When you're taking some different kind of medication like antibiotics, then you might find yourself developing this itchiness depending on the kind of medication that you're taking. And another conditions such as diabetes, other conditions like that might cause differences in your hormonal changes or any differences in maybe your pH of your body. You know that if you have like diabetes, you might have like a lot of sugar in your body and everything. And you know that there are those bacteria which develop so much in sugary conditions. So if you have such condition, I'll advise you to seek medical attention so that you get to control your sugar in your body to prevent such itchiness from happening. These are the main things that cause the vulvar itchiness. So if you have any of these and you have to go to have medical attention, please do so that you can prevent this vulval itchiness. So don't be scared to seek medical attention. And what can you do to help prevent most of this or some of this? So the first one about the STIs is good for you to have a safe sex and learn to condomize and condomize basically using a condom. Learn to use it so that you can protect yourself against having this kind of infection. Another thing is basically having good personal hygiene. Clean yourself very well. Avoid soaps, avoid perfumes that may cause this kind of maybe yeast infection or other infection that are caused with irritants. There are other irritants such as spermicides, such as maybe semen. You know, it comes in contact with a lot of things, so that most of the things cause that area to be inflamed. So if there are those things that your body is allergic to, please make sure that you avoid certain things. And if any of this doesn't work, it's better for you to seek medical attention as soon as possible to prevent some of these things from passing from one place to another and to help your body, because you can imagine there's no way you can even concentrate if you have a lot of urge to itch. So it's better for you to try and sort out what is it that you have so that you can prevent yourself from a lot of itchiness. That's it for this video. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Goodbye.